Now, kind of like we were talking about with kids, if you're in your teens, 20s, maybe even 30s, and not having any problem, you've got no complaints, you can see at distance, you can see it near, so you can read without glasses, you can drive without glasses. You're not having any eye pains, pains around the eyes, redness of the eyes. You may never present to an eye care provider through the first 4 decades of life. And almost all the time, it's going to be okay, right? If you're not symptomatic, the chance you've got some terrible lurking disease in there is low. But we do wish that we had a little more screening going on because there are some diseases, glaucoma, for example, my specialty. The 2 main risk factors for glaucoma are increasing age, and it usually presents, in most cases actually after age 40, but also increasing eye pressure. And if your eye pressure is too high, you can't feel that. That won't feel funny to you if it sort of slowly has crept up over the years. And so from a screening perspective, it is good to get some kind of screening exam. Could be at a public health fair, could be that you go into the local optometrist, just say, hey, I've never been checked. I'd like to be checked once, make sure everything's good.
Could you ask for, sorry to interrupt, but could somebody say, I'd like my pressures checked? As I recall at the optometrist, they're going to do a puff test. So they're going to blast some air, get a sense of how rigid or soft, again, using non-clinical, non-technical language here, the eyeball happens to be. Right now, by the way, I'm sure there are several hundreds of thousands of people who are with eyes closed, touching the sides of their eyeballs. And I'm only half joking. Please don't do this, folks, given the conversation we just had about eye cleanliness and eye rubbing. But my understanding is that the truly old-fashioned eye pressure exam was you would close your eyes and the ophthalmologist would gently press to see whether or not your eyes were more rigid than last time. Is that right?
Yeah, that's called ballotment, and you can kind of just take 1 second if you're listening and press on your eyes just very lightly, and there's a little give. Of course, the eyelid's part of that give, but it's not like rock hard. And if we press and it feels under the eyelid like, gosh, something under there is rock hard, then we know something is wrong. That is way too high pressure if it's rock hard. But I'll tell you, our ability to differentiate the fine points of eye pressure other than rock hard or not rock hard is pretty limited. So